A customer sent in a door lock assembly for a SAAB from 1993, and they're letting us know that it's not working properly, and this is actually an issue on all 4 doors. So they did send one of them, and we're going to take a closer look at it under the microscope to see if we can identify any faults on it. So this is the whole assembly. I have only a small circuit board right here, and then the rest I have a mechanical locking mechanism. So we're going to focus on the circuit board. Now, at first glance, looking at the circuit board, I can spot a couple cracked solder joints. Oh, yeah, this one's really bad. And this one right here is our worst offender. But I can see a ring starting around this joint over here. I can see rings starting around this one, this joint, and that joint. The rest look okay, but I do think we should touch them all up. So one of the reasons I say we should touch all of them up is because if these are cracked, then it's likely the other ones may crack in the near future. So just to be safe, we're gonna go ahead and reflow everything. So we're gonna start with these 2 down here just because these are the worst 2. And as we commonly do on this channel, we're gonna start by adding new solder first. Get some good flow from the solder, the old solder on the board. And then we'll remove all of that with our desolder wick. And we want to be careful, there's some plastic there, we don't want to melt it. So I've removed most of the solder. Let's do a quick little clean. Okay, and we do have a fairly nice looking joint here. So the reason I wanted to make sure that we have a nice clean joint is to ensure that both the pin and the trace on the PCB are nice and clean, so that when I add my new solder, it has a very clean surface to start bonding to ensure we have a nice strong bond. All right, let's add our new solder. Add a little bit more. Perfect. All right, we'll repeat the same process over to the right. And now I'm realizing I probably should have cleaned both off first. And this is a very small circuit board, so it is kind of difficult to keep it steady as I'm soldering. And then again, we have a nice clean joint. So let's go ahead and add our new solder now. All right, so these joints down here that we're looking at look okay. I don't see any cracks. I don't think we need to necessarily remove all of the old solder. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add some new fresh solder just to help reinforce, refresh that joint there. And you know what? We're also gonna add a little bit of flux here in a second. And if you're trying to do this at home and you're wondering what kind of flux and solder we use, I will have some links as to where you can purchase the exact same tools and parts that we use in the description down below. Let's see, I think we should be good with just touching that up. Okay, perfect. All right, since we did add some extra flux, let's go ahead and make sure we clean that up with some isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. Now the flux I'm using is no clean flux, so technically I don't have to remove it, but I'd rather do that because otherwise we're gonna leave a sticky residue on the board, and it's just not fun to get that on your hands. So when the customer gets this back, I'd rather it be nice and clean for them. So I'm not a fan of that middle joint. I have way too much solder on there, so I'm gonna remove a little bit actually. Oh, was that too much? Maybe. Let's just add a little bit back on. Okay, that's perfect. I'm happy with that. And we do have a few final joints over here that we talked about that also we can tell are starting to crack. Let's take a closer look at these. Yeah, so for this one, it's very obvious. We do have a ring around 100% of the pin. This one, however, almost looks like it was touched up at some point. Now the crack isn't as bad, but we can definitely clearly see there is a ring starting in some areas. Take a look at this one. On the right side, we can definitely see a gap between the joints and the pin, but on the left side, it doesn't look as bad. Maybe if we looked at it at an angle, we might see more of a gap, but regardless, we're gonna be resoldering all of it. If you have one of these door lock mechanisms that is not working and you would like for us to reflow the cracked solder joints, we'll have links to our website where we do have a flat rate service. That'll be in the description down below. If you also have any sort of oddball electronics you would like to send for us to try and fix, we'll have our contact information also in the video description down below. So on this one, I'm not gonna add new solder. I'm gonna see if I can just get it with just the desolder work directly. And again, there is plastic on all sides here, so we want to be careful with our iron. And as you can tell, when I don't add new fresh solder first, I'm having a harder time removing the old solder. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's add a little bit of fresh solder on there first. There we go. That looks a little cleaner to me. Still not perfect, but it's a lot better. Before we add our new solder, let me clean up that joint, or those joints. And as you can tell, my iron tip actually went a little further than it should, and it started touching this piece of plastic over here. So you got to be careful. I don't think I damaged it in any significant way that would matter, but it is something to be aware of. All right, for this one, we're gonna start by adding a little bit of fresh solder. We'll get some good flow. All right, and something I'm noticing is actually we don't have solder on 100% of that joint, so let's add more. And for these last 4 up here, I think we're okay to just add some new solder without having to desolder and remove the old stuff. So I just made some slight contact with my iron over here against the plastic. So again, nothing significant. It won't matter or affect the functionality of the device in any way, but it is something to be very cognizant of and careful not to do too much. All right, and I think I just put too much solder on that one. We'll have to remove a little bit. So again, I'm not a huge fan of some of these joints here, so let me add just a little bit of flux. We'll touch them up, and before I do the flux, let's remove a little bit of that extra solder. There's a little more solder than I'd like there to be on a couple of these. Okay, that's better. We'll add that flux right in the middle, and we'll just touch up both at the same time. And of course I did remove more than I wanted to, so let's add just a tiny more. That looks a lot better. Okay, I'm happy with those. Do the same over here. We'll add a little flux to both. Okay, and that looks good too. Do a final clean. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. We've just touched up every single joint on the circuit board. All the cracks are gone. All right, and that should take care of the repair. If you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. If you found the video helpful or useful, leave us a like, subscribe for more content, and thanks for watching.